To Wild Wednesday. I'm Denise, and you're watching Artist at Heart Paint Party live from Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so happy to have you back again. And I want to start with Alexa, play Wild Wild Life by Talking Heads. So I like to play music while I paint. Gets me in a fun mood, depending on the music choice, but I like this song and I think it's appropriate for this Wednesday. So we're going to do something really different today. And if you've never been here before, sometimes I just do things that are unplanned. And for those of you that have been around, sometimes I do things that are unplanned and you know it. So today I'm going to make something that I've been asked over and over to make. Danny, this one's for you. Okay, I'm going to start. You guys don't have to do it, and I'm not even telling you what it is. I'm just telling you Danny has asked me to do this, so today is the day. I'm going to do a vertical line right down the middle of my paper. Just computer paper. I'm using black marker so you can see it from far away. You can use any supplies that you have. This is just a little cartoony warm-up if you want to do it, or you can just watch. We'll see if you guys can figure it out. I'm going to do a curved line like a little smile, a curved line like a little smile. I'm going to go all the way around. Almost like a circle, but they're curved. And then I'm going to go around again like this. And I'm going to hold it up in a minute if you can't see it. Diagonal line, diagonal line. Curved line like a smile, curved line like a smile. Look at that bee. This might give it away. These are almost like teardrop shapes, only they're really large. Yesterday we talked about balance and symmetry, which is the same on both sides. So I'm creating balance and symmetry with my drawing, or the best to my ability. It's not exact. It's definitely not perfect. It's not always easy to draw from the side, and I don't want to put my head right in front of the camera. Are you getting it? Do you know what it is? Did you figure it out? You can make some of the lines thicker. You can paint it. You can color it in with crayons or color pencil. There. That's for you, Danny. Now, since we're on that kind of a theme, I'm going to just do another one below it, just for fun. Here's a fun little cartoonie for you. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Say it. I hear you. I hear you saying it. I know you know what it is. All right, so there's our little practice. And now I'm just going to do some wild animals. If you've been watching, I said you can print out some animals that you like. You can cut them out. You can create a collage. You can trace them. If you don't have a printer, you can trace them through your computer screen with a piece of printable paper from the computer, Xerox paper. It's a little thinner than construction paper. But I'm going to practice some of my wild animals today. And first, I want to tell you guys that tonight, if you're local, on Fox 8 News at 4 o'clock, they're going to do a segment on Artist at Heart Paint Party, which I'm really excited about. They just messaged me this morning. So that's really, really great. So again, if you happen to be local to Cleveland, Ohio, Northeast Ohio, it's Fox 8 at 4 o'clock. So thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. We're in this together, right? Day by day, Monday through Saturday, 12 noon Eastern Standard. I know lots of you have been messaging me that you're watching it recorded. So if you're watching it recorded, I'm glad you're watching it. I'm still excited that you're joining us. And I know that lots of you are on a pretty strict school schedule. So I appreciate that you're still continuing to draw with us and keep sending me pictures. If you can check in right now, you can check in and upload pictures from the past or from today. I love when you send me photos with the computer. You're watching the computer drawing as you're doing it. Those are awesome because then it really tells a story of you watching and creating at the same time. I also love when you're standing in front of palm trees or out in nature or with your whole family. It just is very meaningful to me. All right, so let's start with, I like bears, grizzly bears. So I'm gonna do maybe a grizzly bear family. You don't have to keep up with me. This is just practice. I mean, I like grizzly bears on paper. I don't like them in person. I did see one once in Wyoming, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Yellowstone Park. Incredible place to go visit. Great vacation spot. I'm going to make this one overlap the other bear. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the banners, Rachel, for the winners of the tiger names yesterday. And I can't remember, I saw this one last night. I loved one of the ones that the name for the tiger was Tiger Lily, but we decided the tiger is Blaze. That came during the show, Blaze. I thought that was really creative. And then last night I got one Tiger Lily. So each tiger that we made yesterday has a different name, Blaze and Tiger Lily. I thought those were very cool. So there's our teddy bear, or those aren't, they can be teddy bears, right? But those are more like grizzly bears. And then I'm gonna do, again, it's Wild Wednesday, so I'm gonna do another wild animal. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You can draw along with me and be surprised, or you can wait to see when I'm done. I did go on an elephant hunt, not to hunt elephants, but to look for elephants in Thailand. I took a class in Thailand and we went out at night on the back of a truck with a big spotlight on top looking for elephants. We didn't find any, but it was just a really cool, fun experience. So, all right, so there's a couple of wild animals that we just practiced. Now today, again, if you've been here all along, you know you can do whatever you want to, any colors you want to, with any supplies that you have. So a lot of people are like, I don't know if I have paint. If you don't have paint, you can use highlighters, pencils, crayons, magic markers, anything that you have. Some people were even using house paint. If you run out of white paint, so usually you go through the lighter colors quicker. White, you definitely always go through quicker, and even yellow. If you have an old container of white paint that you're not using from your house, again, just make sure you have really good ventilation. It should be not oil-based. If it's water-based, it's washable just like acrylic paint is. And just, put a tarp down or put a paint shirt on. But you can easily blend an old can of house paint as long as it's water-based and not oil-based. You can easily mix it with your acrylic paint. So that's just an idea if you happen to run out. And again, you can use anything for this. If you look at all the old pictures that I've been posting, everyone's using a variety of supplies: chalk, oil pastel, crayon, color pencil, pencil shaded in, just black and white, amazing stuff. All right, so you guys want to see my plate? Here's one of my plates. I'm recycling them, so that's one of my plates. And then this is the one from yesterday that I'm reusing, so I just put the paint on top of it. And what I want you to look at is, I want you to look at the way that I do the color. So again, I'm going to start down here now because the ground is going to be black, or you can make your ground any color you want. I'm going to just scoop up with the large flat paintbrush some yellow, some orange, and I'm going to blend it in horizontal brush strokes into maybe some pink and some purple and some blue. If you get the blue and the yellow mixed together, do you know what color your sky is going to end up being? Green, which in Cleveland, Ohio last night, it was kind of green. I missed the pink moon last night because we had a big storm, I think throughout Ohio, but it was pretty bad. A lot of people don't have power today. I'm okay, and our area around me is okay, but it was a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, no moon last night. And again, the sky kind of turned to dark green. So if your sky is green, that's all right. Okay, so I am going to play Alexa, play Wild Wild West by Will Smith. I know, I think we played that yesterday, but we're going to do it again because it's a good song. I really like Will Smith. Okay, so I'm using a flat paintbrush, and I am just scooping up some yellow paint. I put a little bit of white on there also. Now, remember oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm going to do this real quick. You do not have to do this. I'm going to real quick put my bears on. Now, the reason why I'm doing mine now is because I want to be done by the time we're done with this video. You guys have all day, all night tomorrow, so you can paint the background now and then add your animals later. But I want to add mine today, right now, in this class. So I'm going to sketch out my grizzly bears. And I'm going to paint right over them, and then I'll color them in later with black. Again, you don't have to do this. You can just add your bears later, or whatever animal it is. If you don't have an animal yet, later on, print out a giraffe, print out whatever. You could do your dog, whatever, your cat. Okay, then I'm just going to paint. Remember, you want to have contrast. So if you want your animals, let me show you this. I did these white. Okay, so the background on this one is darker so that the white would show up better, right? That has contrast. Now, this one that I just held up, the background is a little bit lighter and brighter so that the black has contrast. So you have to think, if you're going to do black or white, if you're going to do white, your background can be darker. If your silhouettes in front are going to be black, then it'll show up better if the background is lighter. So I'm using horizontal brush strokes. I love to see the brush strokes. I don't want it to look like a rainbow. So if I just did a stripe of yellow and a stripe of orange and a stripe of red, it would start to look like a rainbow or a flag. So I like to mix my colors together, and I could just mix it right on the brush. I didn't add any water to it. Now, if you're using crayons, you could just mix the crayons together right on your paper. I like to paint from light to dark. So I'm starting with the yellow. And again, I don't want it to look too stripy, so I'm blending it together. And then you can go into some orange. If you don't like orange, don't use orange. Use what you like. You can have the whole background blue if you want. A lot of people have been changing their paintings according to how much paint they have. If you ran out of blue, don't use blue. Again, you are the creator. You are being creative and thinking outside the box. Use what you have. You know what I'm doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's happy hugs, but tomorrow is my first time I'm actually going to do a live private birthday party. So someone asked if I could do it with a group of her friends, and I said, let's give it a try. So I usually do private parties in people's homes and at restaurants. So tomorrow is going to be my first experiment doing it online. Now I'm just going to scoop up some red. So do you see this one's higher than that one? Because I actually really like the brightness. I'm in a bright springtime mood today. It's sunny in Cleveland. The buds on the trees are getting large. Although I watched the news last night and they said it might snow this weekend. I'm really hoping it doesn't, but I've had enough snow so far. But it's Cleveland, and you just always have to expect that one last snowfall. And again, you don't want it to be too stripy, so blend it together. And do the same thing with whatever supplies you're using, you blend it together. Now I could go into blue or I can go into purple. If I mix the orange and the blue together, I'm going to get like a brownish color. I don't want brown in my sky, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do some purple and some pink. There's no right or wrong. I want you guys to use the colors that you like. See how I'm getting a little bit of brown in there, which is okay. You could add some blue. Horizontal brush strokes. It's nice to see the brush strokes. It's nice to see the crayon lines. That's what makes it different than an iPad. An iPad is very flat, okay? It's graphic, which is fine. You could be doing it on an iPad right now. But a painting, when it's real, it should have textures. You should see those cool brush strokes like Van Gogh, like Monet, like Henry Rousseau that we showed his tiger yesterday. I hope your Alexas are playing. Tell me if your Alexa's playing. I love to hear it. And again, to me, it's just a little too stripey. I don't like it that stripey. I'm going to break up this yellow down here. See, it looks better when it's not like yellow, orange, red. Now, if you want it to look like a rainbow, that's fine with me. But I just didn't want mine to look like that. Go down as far as you want. Just depends on where your ground is going to be. How about Alexa, play Getting Jiggy with It by Will Smith. What does that have to do with Wild Wednesday? Nothing, but I like the song. Na 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 na. All right, that's all I know. But it's fun. It's fun to paint too. All right, so that's a good background, right? Now, because I'm going to do my bear black and my ground's going to be black, I'm going to go down a little bit further because I want my ground to be black, but your ground could be brown, it could be green, he could be in the mountains. Wild West, he could be in Wyoming. You could add mountains to your background. Bears live in the mountains. It could be day, it could be night. You don't have to have bears. You can do whatever you want. So funny, sometimes I get my hair in my painting. I'll have a big hairline, then I'll have a big hunk of paint in my hair later. But it's washable, which is good. So you can do your ground. I'll do my ground black. Or you could make it purple. Be creative. Again, it could be realistic. You can make it green. Today is Danny's mom's birthday. Danny wants to give a shout out to his mom. Happy birthday, Susan. That's Danny's mom. If you don't know Danny, Danny's been with us from the very beginning, right, Danny? Watching every day, practicing, drawing, along with a lot of other, you guys are all amazing, and I appreciate all of you. And for those of you that have requested certain things, I got a request for a unicorn. I'm planning on doing a unicorn one day. The White House, I will do definitely architecture in the White House one day. And what else was the other? There was a request for, the flag, the American flag. So I'm trying to kind of plan things out. And I'm thinking more towards the end of April, I'll do a flag so we can have it for May, Memorial Day. And again, I like to interchange my artwork depending on the holidays. A lot of you have created art galleries so you can have your artwork up all the time. My mom has hers on the front door, and so she changes hers every month depending on the season. All right, so now I'm going to do my silhouettes of my bears. And if you need ideas, all you have to do is Google silhouettes and look for free images. So now I'm using a smaller pointy brush. The other one I was using is called a flat brush. This one's called a round brush. I'm just going to paint my bear. And So if you're thinking about having a private party, we're doing it again. Tomorrow is the first time I'm ever doing this. We're doing it on Zoom. They sent me an invitation, so I'm accepting the invitation. And she got to pick her painting that she wants to do with her friends. They're all in their own home. I'm gonna be in my home, and it's just gonna work like this. I'm gonna create the painting that she's choosing, and they're gonna follow along with whatever supplies that they have. But again, it's her birthday, and she gets to pick the painting. So it's gonna be cool. I'll let you know how it goes. So because my orange is pretty wet, it's coming out brown, but I can give it a second coat in a little bit. I just want you guys to get the idea. You can do your painting representative of your family. You can make one animal for every family member or not. I'm just trying to give you ideas. You do not have to keep up with me. Take your time. You have all the time in the world. You can start it and you can work on it later. You can rewatch it. So there's our little bear family. You can add trees. So there's, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that bears are not around palm trees. So I would not, we've been doing a lot of palm trees, but definitely pine trees. So again, look at these pine trees. I have a few of these in my yard. So you can see they're tall and wispy and you can see through the branches, or these are very full. Now, the reason why they're lighter on the left than on the right, do you know why? Can you think about it? Does it look like snow? It's not snow. It's the reflection of the moonlight. So since the moon is over there, it's reflecting on the trees and it's lighter on the left side and then darker on the right. So depending on where you put your moon, this one doesn't even have a moon, right? So you don't have to have a moon. You could do stars. It could be a sunset. You don't have to have anything in the sky at all. Totally up to you. You could have a little cottage in the woods with a little, chimney. Make smoke coming out if you want. They have a fire going. So again, you could have birds in the sky. You could add clouds in the sky. Think outside the box. Be creative. I'm going to have you guys come on the screen pretty soon. And when you do that, what was I going to do in black? Let's see, I forgot. Oh, the tree. All right, so let's give them a tree. Let's give them a pine tree. What's a while without a tree? So I'm just making a pine tree. Lots of brush strokes. It could go off the edge of the painting. See my brush strokes up close? Doesn't have to be perfect. But again, I like the cool brush strokes. And it gives the illusion of a tree. You can make as many trees as you want, or none at all. We'll make this one a little, think triangle. Wider at the bottom. You could do a little stem if you want to do a stem, stalk, brush strokes, wispy. Now, if you guys want to come on, I would love it. You could be in the progress of working on your artwork. You could be done. You can show us something that you've done in the past. You can share some ideas. You can add, tell us your favorite songs. You guys can start messaging me ideas of different songs, different things you want to create, and share it with your friends and family, pay it forward, make a card for someone, write a poem about your artwork, give your animals and creatures a silly name if you want to. And, again, just be inspired, think different, look outside, observe nature, and, do grizzly bears live near you? Where's the closest grizzly bear? I know that in Ohio there are some bears that live. I think they're black bears that live not by me, I hope. All right, so let's see. You can add a moon to your sky. You can add stars. I poured a bunch of white, so let's just do a moon real quick. Now my background's really wet, so I'm going to scoop up some white paint, and I'm going to do a circle. Let's do a circle over here since I have one on the other side. So I'm going to get some color in it since my background is wet. I'm using circular brush strokes, but I like that color getting in there because I think it looks cool. Now it's not a perfect circle because I'm standing at the side. Not that I would make a perfect circle forward, but if you want a perfect circle, you can always trace something. Oh, before you guys, we already have people coming on. So let's get you guys on here and I'll talk some more in a minute. Hi. Nice. Thank you. All right, well, reminder guys, turn down your volume, but don't mute it. If you mute it, we can't hear you. Put all your extra gadgets and electronics away from you because it can create an echoing sound, but turn down the volume, not mute it. Let's see what else. Close all those extra tabs on your computer. Just leave this one open, but close the other tabs. So all those things can cause technical issues. Okay. Hi.
Hi. I'm still doing mine. I did some grizzly bears.
That looks great. Thank you.
And I really like.
Hi.
Hi guys.
I'm Tyler. And I'm Claire, and this is Adeline. And we're doing the art. This is mine so far. This is mine so far. And we're FaceTiming her right now. Adeline, do you want to show her your work?
I'm not finished with it.
Yeah, you can still show her. Do you want to show her stuff? I don't think I can see it.
That's awesome.
Thank you for having us. We're from Toledo, Ohio.
That's the first time I've seen someone on the phone. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
This is my progress, and I'm naming my giraffe. I drew Jeffy the giraffe. Happy birthday, Mother.
Thanks, Danny.
Hi.
Hi.
This is mine. I haven't finished it yet, but yeah.
Take your time. Thank you. It looks really nice.
Watch.
Hi.
Hi.
Take your time.
We're from Fort Laramie.
Shoot, hold on. Okay.
We're from Fort Laramie and
Ohio.
and here's my picture.
What is it?
It's a Wild West Pokemon thing.
What'd you make, Julian?
Mine is I'm trying to make a house.
Okay.
Very nice. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Ava Turek from the great town of Elmhurst, Illinois, and this so far is my picture, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to blend the markers to make it like a beautiful sunset. I did it with this one too on the first Wild Wednesday. Sorry. And this is one of my favorites because I love the sunset. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and this is mine so far.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
I'm doing an elephant, and I'm from Winchester, Kentucky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's really nice. Very nice. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, this is my art so far. And my name is Audrey, and I'm from Poland, Ohio.
Excellent. Thank you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is mine so far. And I have a little technique to make the trees. You do like X's, and then after you like do little like lines on the side so it looks like more pointy.
I like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is my painting so far. I'm making half of it an actual painting, and the other half is going to be a detailed drawing.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for those of you that are using marker, another way to blend it, depending on the marker, you can make it bleed, which means run into each other. If you take a glass of water and a paintbrush and brush some water over your marker, it could make it bleed together or blend together. It depends on the marker. Some markers work better than others. One of my favorite markers are those scented markers that smell so good. I can't think of who makes them, but those are so beautiful. They might even be called watercolor markers, scented, but they're scented. With real little, they're non-toxic, but I used to always tell the little kids, they smell really good, but they don't taste good. And some of those kindergartners would have purple lips and blue lips because they would suck on the marker, even though they don't have flavor. They do smell really good. So I'd always say, color with them and then smell your paper. But those do bleed together beautifully. So again, if you're trying to blend and you're not getting it with marker, just add a little bit of water on top of the marker and see what happens. Your paper is going to end up rippling or not buckling, but what you can do once it's dry is press it in between books or in between the pages of a book as long as it's dry, and then your paper will be flat again. All right, so let's see what else we want to do. I know that, how about if we just add some stars if you want to. You can add stars to your sky. You could add some wind to your sky. You can add some birds to your sky. Any birthdays out there? Oh, we got somebody else.
Hello. This is mine, and I decided not to do an animal. I just decided to do trees.
Very nice. That's great. We've done a lot of trees. Thank you. You can do trees over and over and over, all kinds of trees. Today I'm doing pine trees. We did Gustav Klimt swirly trees. We've done palm trees. We've done regular trees. So really, I love doing trees. I love painting the outdoors. When the weather's nice, I like to sit on my deck and paint and just observe nature and paint things around me. So you guys are really creative. And let's see, I'm going to put a few birds in the sky.
Hi.
Hi.
Mine. I made it so I could open it and make different things in it.
Very cool. I love it.
And then this one's mine. This one is mine. And this one is mine. This is for mine. I'm jumping on. Oh, this is the bear and this is the fox.
Cool. Nice.
Thank you for doing the painting class. I made some boards.
You're welcome. All right, so what they were doing, I don't know if you guys caught that. I'll do it real quick, just to show you, which is always really fun. And I've been talking a lot about balance and symmetry. And it works great with paint. Let me see if I can, let me get it better. All right, I'll just use computer paper. So, because I have the computer paper right here. So let's say you have a piece of computer paper. Fold it in half first. Okay, so we're going to create balance and symmetry. We're going to do something the same on both sides. I'm just going to, because I poured a lot of paint today and I'm not using it, just scoop up some paint and put it right on the crease. I'll show you what mine looks like. Okay, again, only if you have permission. So look, here's the crease or the fold. I put some paint on there and I'm going to fold it and squeeze it. I'm going to press it together. I'm going to open it up and see what I get. That is balance and symmetry. That's the same on both sides. So I just created a print and it's actually pretty cool, right? So you can make it into whatever you want. You could actually do that, let it dry and cut it into an Easter egg. You can cut it into an oval shape. It could be, you know, people's face and their hair. You be the creator, but that's really fun to do too. Just make sure you have permission to do that. It's dry and cut it into an Easter egg.
Hi.
Cut it into an oval shape. It could be, you know,
Hi.
people's face and their
This
hair. You be the
is
creator,
my
but that's
finished
really fun
picture.
to do too. Just make sure you have permission to do that.
I have some glow in the dark paint, so the hill I put should glow in the dark.
That's awesome. You could do stars in the moon and glow in the dark.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. I do not have any glow in the dark paint, but if you have it, that sounds really fun and really cool. I don't have any. So again, I want you guys to add whatever you want. If you're not happy with yours, do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. Hi.
Hi, I just want to show my finished product. Put some birds and then some stars.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So if you're painting in layers like I did, where you did the background first and then you layered it, my black bears and tree covered the colorful background because it's black, which is super dark. But because my background was wet, some of the orange did come in. So I am going to give it a second coat. So if your things look transparent, which means you could see through them, if you can see through them, add a second coat. Just let it dry. You can't add a second coat of paint while it's still wet. All it does is pull the paint off. And you might have experienced that. So again, I'm going to wait for my black to dry, and then I'm going to give it a second coat. Unless I like the orange showing through, which again would be transparent. Transparent means you could see through it. Opaque means you cannot see through it. So I want to do mine opaque. Like my white bears over here, those are opaque. You can't see through them. If you could see through them, they would kind of look like grizzly ghosts. So I'm not doing grizzly ghosts. I want to do grizzly bears. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you one more minute to pop in. There's a few more people in the green room, so come on. And if you haven't been on today, or if you have and you want to come back and show us, pop in, just click the link and come on with us. Opaque, you can't see through them. If you could see through grizzly ghosts. So I'm not doing grizzly ghosts, I want to do grizzly bears. All right, I'm going to give you one more. That looks great. There's a few rooms, so and if you haven't been on today, or if you have and you want to come back and show us, pop in, just click the link. Hi. Oh,
Wild Wednesday.
oh, that's great.
This is our class today.
Wow.
And then this is mine.
Fantastic. Those are amazing.
I have a tree, but it's yeah.
Thank you so much, Denyse.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Summer from Defiance, Ohio, and I'm not finished, but
Fantastic.
thank you for doing this class.
You're welcome. Thanks for watching.
Hi.
Hi.
What I did with the folding.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Grace from Bowling Green, Ohio, and I did a cat looking up at the moon.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And what I've noticed, especially from you guys that are coming on all the time, you've really improved. You were always a great artist, but you're really taking the things that you've learned from 4 weeks ago and you're adding all those different elements into your painting on your own. I'm not doing it. You're going on your own, adding your own designs, your own animals, things that are meaningful to you. The deer with the big antlers, I love that. That's just, again, thinking out of the box. You can do all these things on your own. So create, send me pictures, check in. This is how you can send me pictures. Check in at Artist at Heart Paint Party. You can email me, artistatheart.org. You can tag me at Artist at Heart Paint Party. You can message me. If you can't figure out any of those, just message me and I will post it for you. We have someone in the green room. Wow. Very nice. That was really cool. And again, you guys be inspired by each other. It's not copying. You can get inspiration. If I see a deer with, antlers, I'm like, oh, I want to make that. And you should feel like you're, it's wonderful that someone's copying you. It's like a compliment. Okay. So again, think outside the box, do your own thing, make it personal, use your favorite colors, pay it forward, do something kind for someone, share your artwork, mail it to someone, make a card, write a poem, write a story, just get creative. And I forgot to show you tomorrow. Let me just remind you before we go, tomorrow is Happy Hugs, Happy Hugs, Happy Hugs Thursday. Now, if you guys have cotton balls at home, I don't have any, but you can always use cotton balls for the tail. You can use construction paper, watercolor paint, colored pencils, highlighters, anything that you have. Just join us, have fun. If you're watching it recorded, that's okay, but try to get in live at Monday through Saturday. And don't forget that tonight, if you're local, Cleveland, Ohio, Northeast Ohio, Fox 8 News at 4 o'clock, they're doing a segment on Artist at Heart Paint Party. And again, send me those photos. I love them. Thank you so much. It's so meaningful. All the mothers and grandmothers who are messaging me, thank you. I appreciate it. And God bless us all. Stay safe and stay home and take care of each other. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Happy Hugs Thursday. Bye.